Good morning, all. If this works as intended, this will be my first ride and talk. So rather than just wandering around with my phone, I'm riding up the front side of Beachmont with a video camera on the side of my helmet and a Bluetooth microphone in my helmet. And I'm going to chat to you while I have some fun. So hopefully it will give you some kind of sense of my usual Thursday morning activities. I don't know whether I'm going to need to edit out the speedo, although to be fair, it's much more about the corner speed limits than it is about actual speed, because I'm probably not exceeding the speed limit, but that's about 50 through that 30 corner. So it's all very fun. Thursday morning, I don't know whether I mentioned this already, but Thursday morning is the day the cleaner comes to our house, so I will quite often hit the hills early on a nice sunny Thursday morning, and it's friggin' magic and awesome. So I'm gonna, alright, we'll back that off just a tad. Just gonna chat a little bit about this whole process. It's a little bit more hassle to do a ride and talk than it is to do a walk and talk, because the video and the audio are separate from each other. So I will take the video, take the audio off that, because the audio off the camera is terribly windy because it's out in the wind, but the audio from inside the helmet should be decent, I think. So you'll hear mostly me crapping on, but some bike noise at particular acceleration points. But as I say, hopefully it will give those who ride and those who don't ride some kind of sense of what it's like to do this, and perhaps a little bit of a sense of why it's so fun. Or it will just terrify you and freak you out and make you worry. So, I don't know. We'll see how we go. I won't do the full run, but this front side Beachmont is very nice, particularly if you don't catch up to any slower traffic. You can really have quite a good time. There are various, hello cyclists, there are various cliffs here that people have gone off, and various walls to go into as well, which is always daunting, and you don't want to be alive and still doing this in a long time, so that's kind of the goal. As you can see, there's a few bikes about as well, because it is a kind of a bike road. Surface is not always perfect, but that's life. That's how we deal with it. I usually come out and get breakfast at the Flying Bean Cafe on a Thursday, so you've seen a few photos from there if you follow my Instagram or Facebook. I'm not going to go there today because I ate at home, because it's lower kilojoules at home than at cafes. And cheaper. Maybe while we're carving the corners, we chat a little bit about having a cleaner. It does seem like kind of a privileged thing to do. But for us in our partnership, and I think I've talked about this before, it's just worked really well, because none of us particularly enjoy those household chores. We do the basics, but we pay someone quite well once a week to just come in and do the bits that we don't want to do. And so it's not exactly a feminist gesture, but it does mean that there's less conflict about who does what, and a fairer distribution of household duties, which is obviously a goal. It's not my job, not her job, but the cleaner's job. And yes, I recognise that all of that's equally my job. Okay, slightly overcooked. Never mind. I'm off to a track day on Saturday morning at Lakeside Park on the sunny coast. Just 4 sessions, so just the morning track day. So that'll be 4 by 15 minute sessions, and if this video works well, I'll probably take the camera there as well. I don't know how it's going to work, because I probably am hitting a maximum mumble 70 or 80 k's an hour up through this bit because it's a slow bit. But on the track, I might hit 180, 190, depending on where the straights are and how long they are. So I think the wind noise probably is just going to blast everything on the video. But I don't know. We'll give it a shot, see how that looks. Because obviously on a track, you have a lot more space, a lot more runoff, no oncoming traffic or cyclists, fewer bumps, although I hear Lakeside is kind of bumpy. And generally, it's just a much safer and better environment, which means that you go to 9/10 of your ability rather than 6 or so tenths, which is what I'm doing on the road. You want to be in a situation on the road where there's lots of margin for error because you never know what's going to come up around the next corner. So we're traveling pretty well. And last track day, I focused on braking late and not so much on carrying speed through corners, but this time that's the plan, is to take the corners quicker and just get better at that. Get better at getting my butt off the seat, because I tend to sit upright on the bike and lean the whole bike. I need to actually start climbing off like Mr. Marquez does and get my knee on the ground. So that's the plan for Saturday. But hopefully this little chat, and I'm just about to arrive at the Cozy Nook, or whatever the cafe is called here, the Nook and Cranny. And so that'll be the end of this little run. Have a fantastic day. See ya.